kind of shoulder area here. And what a basic looks like, hey, like this. If I were to put a piece of paper in between us, I wouldn't want it to fall, is kind of where I go with this most of the time. Basic looks like this. Yeah, This is our basic. There we go. So this is what we call an up basic. We are moving through our 3 and stepping on our 4. It is an 8-count dance. And moving through our 7 and stepping on our 8.
Starting on our left and moving backwards, the rhythm is typically consists of quick, quick, slow, in 8 counts. And that looks something like quick, quick, slow, quick, quick, slow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3.
When we partner up with our partner, follows, I want this side of your body making that nice connection with your lead. You're going to switch in nice and tight here, but everything is really relaxed. This is not a frame dance or anything like that. So I like to think about connecting to my body first and then connecting with my lead. So my arm isn't overextended this way at all. It's not wrapped around. I like to place it kind of where it's comfortable, but I still have connection with myself and my body. If I'm here, Robbie's going to have a lot harder time where I slide down, as opposed to if I'm kind of nicely loose and connected here.
Yeah.
Yes?
Okay. For my leads, the most important connection for me on my right side is having my follow nestled into armpit, but then on the back side, like the nook of your elbow, and making this connection across right here, but not necessarily worried about where this hand is. I'm not trying to hold my follow in and keep her in place. It's just a very direct connection that rests along her lower back. And the important thing for me is I keep this consistent. So when I move backwards, my arm stays consistent. If I change direction, I walk into her, but my arm stays consistent. I'm not using this to pull my follow or to squeeze her.
Right. Everything is very loose, and Robbie leads mostly from moving himself first,
Yes.
and by extension, I move with him. So if he thinks about, I'm gonna walk that way, he's gonna walk that way. And because I'm connected to him, I am going to walk that way as well. So that's a nice way to think about leads move yourself and your follow will move with you.
And give your follow a place to hang their fingers more or less. Go hand hold up. Our lower bodies, we are offset of each other.
I have all this space and this space.
This space and this space. Our actual connection itself, being that we're relying on this connection at my armpit and she's nestled into it, it's a slight V. I don't want my follow turned straight on.
No.
It forces her feet out. So as a lead, I'm looking for this slight V, and through the dance, I'm actually almost looking to travel over her shoulder, which makes it a very, very rotational. Makes it if you want it to be so.
Yeah. Yeah. So we're going to go quick, quick, slow. Quick, quick, slow. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it is setting that weight on that 3 and keeping it there for that 4, and setting your weight on that 7 and keeping it there for the 8. Right? What this looks like, and then we'll break it down for you guys, is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Quick, quick, slow. Quick, quick, slow.
We're committed to what we do with this thing. So we're setting up 3, I'm moving to my ball. Because if I kind of, they can't read what you're doing.
Right.
So even if you're dancing, you're knuckle, and then you actually should wait to get that 3, just commit to it. They'll give your follow something that they can actually. 1, 2, and 5, 6. We're arriving at a location, right? We have 1, 2, we're here, and we're either gathering and stepping, or we're 1, 2, and stepping. And on the back end, we have our 5, 6, gather down, or 5, 6, back. But that 1, 2, and the 5, 6 are almost like an invisible wall.
Like a hybrid basic, when we are starting to build in our repertoire, hybrid basic is the front half of a down. And the second half of the basic is an up. Down, up, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we use this as we're building your basics that we have introduced. On the front part, I want you to do a down. So on your 1, 2, 3, I want you to step with gumption on that 3. And then 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't want you to practice this a whole lot. I want it to be kind of unexpected for our follows because ultimately this is a lead follow dance or a social dance. So leads, I want you to think about, I'm going to do a couple up basics and then I'm going to throw that down in there. And how does that feel like, or what does that feel like? And did I communicate that enough? 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what happens in the come around? Robbie's going to tell the lead what happens in the come around, and then I'll tell the follows.
Okay, like I said, as a lead, I need to be committed and do what I do with conviction. So I need to know that I want to generate rotation. So, and like I said, we're playing with that down hold basic on the front end with up hold on the back, so the hybrid. So we have our 1, 2 down, 5, 6 up, 1, 2 down, 5, 6 up. On my 2, it's not a true or standard gather. I start introducing that rotation and it'll read different for my follow. They should be able to feel that, oh, hey, we're moving. And when I step down, I bring them with me. And an important thing that I would like to talk about, it's a long run thing. It's really easy when we do this to want to step onto this foot and create this. We're not going for that. We want this to be balanced. So the way I think about this is we have a step down, and the rotation actually is through my chest and almost over my right shoulder.
Right. Robbie's leaning from his core. Instead of tilting, we go around. It's a lot easier to spin in place when we are over our weight as opposed to, because we're going to fall over, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to do a 1, 2, 3, gather, reach and scoot, reach and scoot, reach and scoot, reach and scoot. Transition, or to move our weight from here to this foot. But we are going to rainbow. 2 full counts for our rainbow. So we're in reach and scoot land. We're going to take our slow or rainbow. Okay? Now, our weight is over this foot. And we are going to, again, reach and scoot, reach and scoot, reach and scoot, reach and scoot. Yes? And then, to go back to neutral, we are going to rainbow, take those full 2 counts, and then as a follow, and as a lead, I ask myself, what foot is free, and what part of the basic would I be on, right? So, if this foot is free for a follow, that would put us on our 5, and we're just gonna step back. And leads, if that foot is free, you're stepping forward on 5. Does that kind of make sense?
In order to convey this to my follow, we're using that down hold basic, so our weight is committed on 3. So you end up with 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm compressed into the floor because in order to travel this way, I need to have a point to push off of.
Hey, right?
And by an extension of that, if I'm scooting that way, my axis of my body is tilted this way.
Just slightly.
Yes.
It's not comically. It's just enough to tell me, hey, we're going that way. Yes?
And then when we move
And
to
then
our
when we rainbow,
we do the exact
Hey.
opposite. Same thing. My axis is now tilted that way.
hey, I'm going
so
that
we're
way.
going that way.
Yes.
And then when we come out of this, I'm going to right us, and I no longer have
A tilt.
to either side.
Right? So we're right back in neutral. We're right back in the middle. And again, I ask myself, what foot is free and what part of the basic would I be on? Yes?
Yes.
Okay, so grab it. 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, and 3.